Here it is. Sareru Sumibito wa Ryu Odoru, or Dances with Dragons. Um, Full disclosure, not a fan. Don't like it. Yeah. That being said, I went in with high hopes. Well, not high hopes. Seeing the poster kind of already gave me an inkling. I don't know. I just had a gut feeling. I'm like, this doesn't look like something thoughtful or well written or emotion or thought provoking. This looks like these are some cool guys and they gotta face some weird stuff. It doesn't really take much thought to make that happen. It takes a lot of thought to make that good. So it's fighter, political intrigue, weird science system, mythical creatures. Yeah, let's just get right into it. So it starts out with a year, which is always a bad sign. Because if they don't give you a second year for reference, that year means nothing. You could literally just say, just leave the year out and start the thing. So they start out with the year that I don't even remember what it was. It was like Tveselin something year. It was definitely year 223. I don't remember what the like time period designation was. And then they start talking about this computer thing that makes a space-time bubble and how doing that broke physics. Not like everywhere, just like the laws of physics don't have to be obeyed in this space-time bubble. And all this fucking technobabble about Planck's constant and space-time and quantum mechanics and all these like buzzwords that you can spout out if you know like even the littlest bit about physics. All that coalesces into this technology called Jushinki, which basically lets people do magic. So this big convoluted attempt at deep physics talk opening was all just to say, hey, there's a reason behind our magic and it's science. Then they jumped to another year, which I was like, cool, a year for reference. But no, this year is in the imperial calendar, imperial year 487. So both these years, the first one in the T year 223 and this one in the imperial year 487 mean nothing at all. They didn't need to be there. And it's some dude fighting a dragon. And apparently the way dragon fire works is a quote-unquote magic, but it's not magic because it works exactly like Jushinki. So all magic in this realm is this technology known as Jushinki, and apparently organic things can do it. So why isn't it just magic? What the fuck does this have to do with technology? Well, I don't know. So of course, the main character that you can see on the fucking screen, the red-headed guy, is fighting this dragon, and then it cuts to him and his buddy, which has a weird fucking eye tattoo like Jalal from Fairy Tail. So I'm already like, because I fucking hate Fairy Tail. Let me just get that out here. Fairy Tail is trash. If you like Fairy Tail, you like trash. So this guy's got the eye tattoo like Jalal. So I can only imagine that whoever made this fucking anime likes Fairy Tail, which puts a sour taste in my mouth. Because I'm like, oh boy, this is the kind of stuff that this guy likes. This is what he uses as a reference. This isn't good. That's probably just, prejudice though. Prejudice against anime. Anywho, I'm gonna call this guy Jalal. So redhead bitch and Jalal are sitting at the campfire, and he's like, "Oh, I saved you," and fucking redhead bitch is like, "Fuck you! I knew you were gonna save me. I did it on purpose." And then this giant black dragon shows up, and they fight that thing, and they chop its leg off, but then it grows its leg back, and they're like, "Oh no, this has regeneration, Jushinki. What are we gonna do?" And then Jalal dopes up with his fucking magical armor shit and chops the thing's head off. And it turns out it's some special kind of dragon called an altar dragon, but not really because you find out like less than a minute later that it was a semi-altar dragon. That's still impressive though, apparently. And even these fucking high concept technology, techno magic slinging badasses aren't immune to the terrors of bureaucracy because they get back and they get chewed out by their higher up because I don't know. I don't know why. He's just like, you really think this is impressive enough to fucking let you off the hook for that last thing? And they don't specify what that last thing is. So they're being real non-committal with anything and everything in this fucking show. They just want you to know the ideas. The idea that these guys are badasses, but they got shit in their past or, fuck ups that they have to deal with. And the idea that this magic is based on science, but it's not a very well explained science because they explained the science in like a minute and a half and went as far as quantum mechanics and Planck's constant, things that you can't explain in a minute and a half. Really, really, probably depending on the fact that they understand the science like maybe a little more than their audience, and so they don't really need to give out any kind of understanding. They can just drop these words that they know people will know and sound smart and cool. So anywho, they leave, and then it cuts to some fucking council meeting of like hundreds of dudes, and it looks semi-religious. And this is exactly what this fucking attempt at high concept science magic fighter shit needs. Some religious political intrigue bullshit mixed in. This thing is already juggling too much. And then Redhead Bitch Boy goes over to Jalal's place and it's fucking filthy. And he's like, yo, dude, what the hell is all this? And he walked over there with nothing in his hands, but he drops 2 large stacks of fucking files, like a head high each. He's like, what the fuck are these? And Jalal's like, dude, what do you mean? And he's like, this is like 1,000,000 yen in shit. What is this? We have to. What are you doing? We don't have the money for this. And he's like, my people always say a man who works is never poor. And so he's just ignoring the problem. And then he goes upstairs to like half pray, half practice with his sword. And Redhead Dude has got to go out and get some bombs that they use for dragon fighting. And he does. And of course, the guy he's trying to buy bombs for, he owes money. And then the dude's like, hey, where's my money? I heard about that big ass dragon you killed. And Redhead Bitch Boy is like, I don't have your money yet. We kind of got fucked over. Just give me more time. And he's like, all right, well, you better fucking get that money. I see you advertising. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm not advertising. He's like, you and your partner's face are all over town. So apparently somebody's advertising for them. And of course, one of the, like, top 2 dogs in the religious political thing has his flyer at the end of the episode. And he's like, these guys will do just fine. Oh, but, when that scene's happening, they're cutting back and forth between Redhead Bitch Boy having dinner with his girlfriend. And it's the classic girlfriend can't cook, but you gotta suffer for love thing. And the line that really got me was, she's like, you always look like you're so deep in thought. Like, not here or now thought. You're just somewhere else. And he's like, do you want to know what I was thinking about while looking at my girlfriend's beautiful ass while she made coffee? And then she's like, blushes, and she's like, baka. And then they kiss. And that's the end of the episode. And this fucking episode is jam-packed with so much shit that I forgot all about the fucking murder serial killer Jushinkis subplot. Like, there's some crazy lady going around killing people with this technology magic shit. So you have the technology magic bullshit fighter guys who are killing dragons. You got the fucking religious political meetings and shit. You got the serial killer. So really, this thing is not, it's not, it doesn't know what the fuck it wants to be. It wants to be everything. It's not good. It's not well thought out. It's trying to be like a high concept magic system that they explain in 2 minutes, and then literally anything and everything that they want to do, they just call it that magic system, that science magic system, and they're done with it. And it's got this half-baked religious political intrigue thing going on, and it's just a fucking train wreck. And it's, of course, it's based on a light novel, so just save yourself some time. Don't even get into this. It's not good. It's not going to be good. There it is. Go watch something else. Save yourself. If you really want to watch this, watch an old one. Watch Log Horizon. It's better Sword Art Online. It's got political intrigue. It's got an interesting way that they have to deal with being in a game and also not being in a game. It's my recommendation for people who want to spend their time on this. If you listen to me and you don't spend your time on this, spend your time on that. You could also spend your time on, something else of your own choice. Peace out. Don't you do it. Don't you watch this.